So today I wanted to do this video about walking around my neighborhood because it's really easy to walk around the perimeter of my neighborhood. It's only 5Ks, and that's a long way for somebody who has chronic pain and a back injury, but it was going to be an adventure. And I was going to walk around, and I was going to take the dog, and I was going to make a video and put some music behind it. It was going to be so good. But I'm too sore for that today. So, look, I printed out a map and everything, and the cool thing about my neighborhood is there's this green space over here, and in that green space there are cows. Although I don't know if they're right there, but yeah, that looks a lot like an ant. Okay, well, not an ant. I mean, they're cows, and they're cute, and they have calves, and they're adorable. Not giant ants. There are ants too, but mostly I'm excited about the cows. But I couldn't do that because I didn't feel good, and I was sore. So yeah. I should go check on Hoot, because I was gonna take Hoot with me on that adventure, and so now she doesn't get a walk. So she doesn't know that yet. So let's go break that to her. She's laying in the sun. Hey, Hoot! How you going? You think we're going for a walk? You're shaking, getting excited. We're not going for a walk. Okay, bye! Aww. She was so excited. Alright, anyway, so instead I started looking at this. This was like a journal I made, like a scrapbook of my time when I was getting better from my back injury. I'm still not 100% better, but you can see the injury in that picture if you know what you're looking for. There are all my slogans. I'm coming up a swear word. But yeah, so it's important to me. It's got lots of important things from what happened while I was trying to get better, and one of the cool things it has in it is a lot of stories about hospital, because I have so many stories. Oh, she looks so pitiful. Alright, fine, I'll go get her. Yeah, so I have heaps of stories about hospital, and there's this one I really want to tell you, but I better let the Hoot in. Hey, Hoot! Hoot! Hey! Hey, you wanna come inside? You look really sad. Okay. Good puppy. I am a good puppy. Alright. Alright, yeah. Alright, yeah, so I've got this one story that I would really like to tell you. Alright. Hoot's ready. So yeah. This is a picture of me. So in 2016, I broke my back because I fell off a horse, and I was pretty happy because it could have been worse. Back injuries can be pretty bad, but all I had to do was be in a hospital bed for 6 weeks. That's pretty much the worst of it. And the pillow is really important because that's all the elevation I was allowed. And I rocked the Princess Leia look a lot because otherwise my hair would get really tangled. But yeah, and matted at the back. It was pretty bad. So I had to be in bed for 6 weeks. And the exciting thing that makes the bed go up and down, and that's super exciting. Yeah, I wasn't allowed to touch that because I had to stay flat and just in bed. So I couldn't go to the toilet. So because of bad things that were happening with my bladder, I had a catheter. And then for number 2s, I had a bedpan. I can't draw it. It looks like that. And that's what I had to deal with. And a nurse would come along and help you out with that situation. So yeah, I was fairly happy because I wasn't too badly injured, and so things were going to be okay. I was in a room that had 4 other beds. And for some people that might be really awful. You might be like, oh, why didn't you get a private room? But for me it was really good because I made friends. And all the beds were the same size. That looks like the beds were different sizes, but they weren't. They were the same size. It was very egalitarian. And they had those hospital curtains between the beds, so you felt like you had your own little room, but you could hear everything that was happening to everyone around you. And that was actually pretty difficult and a little bit sad because I was in the neurology ward, so a lot of the people in there were really sick, and a lot of people had brain cancer or different types of tumours, and it was interesting because they helped me a lot, but I was probably the least sick of everybody in there. But I wasn't allowed to move and everybody else was encouraged to move, so I would drop my phone on the floor a lot, and they would come and different people would come and help pick it up, and yeah, I made lots of friends. So like an example of some of the people that were in that room with me was like there was a nun for a little bit of time, and there was this other guy who was in handcuffs, and it was cute. The nun and the guy in the handcuffs, they became friends. The guy in the handcuffs always had a police officer with him, so that was pretty exciting for a little while. There was also this guy, I called him Gandalf. That's a whole other story why I used to call him Gandalf. But he was in there for a long time, and he was really, really sick. That looks nothing like Gandalf. You know what I mean? Gandalf, that guy. He really needs a hat to show that he's Gandalf, but I give him his staff. You get it. Okay, anyway, but that's a completely different story. Today I want to tell a story about the person who was lying next to me one time. So there's this lady, she'd split her head, her skull open, and she had like, her brain was swollen. She'd been at the Melbourne Cup, or like a Melbourne Cup party, not really at the Melbourne Cup. And lots of things happened in the Melbourne Cup, like this, and this happens, and so yeah, she'd gotten pretty inebriated and fell over and cracked her head open on, I think, like on the gutter of just on the side of the road while she was leaving the Melbourne Cup party. A bit like this. That's her champagne bottle. She didn't have champagne in the hospital, but she was pretty drunk when she came in. We got chatting. Her kids came in one time, and she found out I was a primary school teacher, and yeah, I wouldn't say we became friends, but we were chatty. It was nice. She was a bit sad though. She did have a face. I forgot to give her a face. She got sad though because she was in there for 3 days, and she felt that was a really long time, and that annoyed me a little bit. Like I get that 3 days is a long time, but I'd already been in there for like 26, I think, days by the time she came. Anyway, so she had visitors, like her husband came, and I tried to be nice when people had visitors because I had a lot of visitors. So that was nice. It was nice that her husband came, and when he came over, it was sort of nighttime, and he climbed into bed and gave her a big hug, and I thought that was so sweet and really nice for them to be close, and yeah, I was just minding my own business probably, and then, yeah, then I started to hear some noises, and I was a little bit shocked. They were fully going for it in the bed next to me. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm very, very sex positive. That's fine. The main problem, besides the fact that it was in public, was that I was doing a poo. So, my hospital room was a toilet at this time. And you can't see but that because it's off camera because I'm not good at this, but I'm drawing the toilet sign. You'll see it later. Anyway, yeah, so I'm sitting doing a poo, and it's difficult because when you're on drugs, when you're on painkillers, that stuffs you up. So they're sort of grunting a bit, and I'm grunting a bit, and it was awkward, and there were smells, and I didn't really know what to do. And I needed a nurse, and sort of more than a nurse, I needed them to stop. I needed them to stop because I was very uncomfortable. Again, not by the sex. No, just by the fact that I was pooing next to them. That was mostly it. So, in hospital you have a button you push when you need the nurse to come. So I probably pushed the button to get the nurse to help me to get on the bucket thing in the first place. So I was pushing the button, and normally I just push it a couple of times, but I really wanted to send the people next to me a message, so I pushed it a lot. They quieted down. They sort of got the message, so that was good. And then the nurse came and helped me out, and I was really embarrassed because I don't want to poo near where people are canoodling. I don't want them to have to deal with that. I don't want to have to deal with that. Yeah, so I smiled at the nurse and just went on with my life. That's fine. Yeah, so one of my main issues is that over here in the room is actually a bathroom, and it's big enough that I used to have showers in there where they would like wheel my whole bed in, and I had a shower under the thing. That's a toilet. It doesn't look nothing like a toilet, but that's a toilet. It's really big. There is definitely enough room for these people to have gone into that bathroom and had their special time. It's big, and they can walk, and I can't. So yeah, that's one of my stories from hospital. One day I'll tell you the story about Gandalf. I hope you enjoyed my story, and I'll see you another day.